I'll yield now to the ranking member for his questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And this would be for Mr. Baker or Ms. McGrath, either one. What has been the driver behind the recent attempts to empower the IPO? And if this Public Law 109-461, if it was passed 3 years ago, why are we just now beginning to attempt to improve the IPO?
I believe the primary driver at this point is the two secretaries' agreement that the two departments should establish a single common electronic health record. If we go back to the President's directive in 2009 that we move forward with a virtual lifetime electronic record, we have made progress on that. But what the secretaries recognized last fall was that we needed to achieve agreement and move forward on a single common electronic health record system between the two departments. It's their intent expressed in a memorandum that the IPO structure be used as the point and the implementation point for that new electronic health record system. And that is, in fact, what Ms. McGrath and I are driving under direction from the secretaries.
Are you aware, again, Mr. Baker, Ms. McGrath, that the former director has retired, the deputy has been recently reassigned, and this is where we are right now?
So certainly we're aware of the current state of the population of the IPO. If I was to add to Mr. Baker's comments a moment ago, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, the IPO has been focused on the successful opening and delivery of the capabilities there in North Chicago, in addition to the virtual lifetime electronic record. In our two organizations, looking forward toward I'll say our modernization efforts for the electronic health record, we have made the determination to take a very joint approach, and those decisions were made, starting in the December and through the last few months. As this department, DoD, went through our analysis of alternative, we're utilizing the IPO. We are adding to what we currently had them focused on. Roger mentioned that he and I are both very active in terms of the oversight of the activities with all of those things, North Chicago, VELR, and the Integrated Electronic Health Record. We've established effective governance surrounding not only the IPO, but in total, to ensure that we've got the functional representation at the table where they need to be as well. So I don't view this necessarily as new as much as I do as an evolution based upon the decisions that the departments has made, fully taking advantage of the authorities and the legislation that does exist.
Let me ask you this. When the IPO was created, there were 22 billets with 2 senior executives. And as of the present time today, there are 8 full-time people with both directors departed. Why are we in this spot?
So to look at the current population of the IPO, I think is perhaps a little bit incomplete, given the fact that, at least within the Department of Defense, we also have efforts, an office established for an electronic health record way ahead program office. What we are doing is capitalizing not only the IPO assets, but those other assets that were previously focused on a DoD unique capability, and we are moving all of those into the IPO such that it has the right both numbers and skill sets to ensure a successful program office. We are doing an organizational assessment just like you would for any program, to say what are the right skills and people I need in certain jobs, and what is the right mix of both functional, technical, DoD, and VA to ensure that that is positioned for success. And so although the numbers might not appear, I'll say, to be complete, the rest of the story includes the fact that we have people working in both organizations under both mine and Roger's direction to ensure that we are focused on having all those piece parts in place to deliver a successful capability.
I believe an important point there, Congressman, is that the DOD has named one of their most senior, and certainly in my view, one of their best SES as the acting director for the IPO moving forward, Mr. Wennergren. He is Ms. McGrath's deputy. That has been taken throughout both organizations as a recognition of where the two secretaries intend to go with the IPO moving forward on the IEHR.
I have time to ask one more. Is the acting director, is he or she currently in the Rosslyn headquarters full-time now?
I see him mostly in the Pentagon as we get together to talk about the EHR meetings where all of us go for those meetings.
Has he met with the organization yet, do you know?
I do not know.
So we meet on a very routine basis, and the IPO participates in all of our meetings.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.